Hey everybody, this is Christy Miley with Caldwell Bankership and Redbird Realty Group, and I'm with Carrie Johnston from Approved Mortgage. And I wanted to just give her an opportunity to speak with my followers and hers as well, and just tell us a top tip for today regarding the approval process.
Well, I get a lot of questions asked a lot on how does it happen, Carrie, that we've been told we are good to go and we've been informed that it's through automated underwriting, and then all of a sudden there is an issue, kind of piggybacking into our earlier conversation.
Right.
So there's something most consumers don't know behind the scenes lending. So we underwrite to Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac guidelines and conventional both, as well as FHA, VA, all of them, USDA. So a little bit about behind the scenes. So when a lender underwrites a loan, there's an automated underwriting where it's through the computer system and it says approved. I need this, 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 and this to approve the loan. And so sometimes I get the call saying, there's an issue because the client did not have perfect rent history, and now we have an issue, and it was just asked because the underwriter asked that. So the first question that I say is, who's the lender? It's probably an issue because they have what is called an overlay. And what that means is imperative. Some of these lenders locally say they don't have any overlays, and long story short, when they end up selling it off, they do have an overlay. And that basically means once we underwrite that loan, you can take that solid pre-approval / approval automated underwriting to the bank, if you will, on being to the closing table. And why that is because we won't come back and ask for something in addition that we don't know up front. We don't ever do that. And that's important because the verification of rent is not required ever, except for typically USDA sometimes can ask for it, but I will know that from day one if it's needed. So it might be to a judgment call, and that's what an overlay is on an underwriter. And it basically then says, I don't have as much control. I don't know what my underwriter might ask. And that's a problem because, then you get into unpleasant surprises that you had. So overlays are huge in this industry. Most people don't even know that they have that. Consumer and realtors don't know that, but they just take the word for the loan officer, I gotta have this in order to do the loan. But then I step in and say, no, you don't, and we'll close just fine. So that's really, really important to know as a consumer and you don't really know that until you're in an unfortunate situation. It's again coming down to that trusted lender that really knows what they're doing and truly does not have overlays associated with underwriting a loan. When we know what we know from day one on what we need document-wise to get to the closing table, then we'll get there. So that's really what we're looking for, the most, and that's really what separates us out from everyone.
Is that because you're a broker?
No, that's simply because we don't have overlays. When we underwrite, we don't have to worry about selling off to sell it to that one investor. So brokers do sell off. We're a correspondent banker, which means we fund all of our loans in our name, we close with our money. It's us. We just don't have to worry about will another investor buy it off our books because we already know it. They've already approved it. So it's by the way, one investor does need verification of rent, or one does need additional documentation that now is negatively impacting that loan from closing even. So yeah, it really comes down to we just don't have overlays, and that's everything. That's your reputation.
It's yet another reason why we continue to not have surprises for people.
Yeah.
It's just another barrier that working with our team
takes
away for our clients.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah. It's really such an amazing day when things close and people tell you how much time you saved them. I don't ever have people being asked repeatedly for the same documents, which these things may seem small when you're really not in the mix of a transaction. But when you're very, very busy and you've already provided a document and then you're asked for the same document again, it's not just the time and having to provide it again. There's some loss of trust because you don't understand why are you being asked to provide something again. We've done this once. It's already such a cumbersome process and people are trying to do it along with their regular work lives. So there are just so many barriers in so many different ways where we together can save our clients time and stress and just continue to instill the trust that you need on your side when you're trying to navigate these large purchases. So,
and barriers don't need to be there. So make it fun. Make the home buying process enjoyable. It should be that way.
yeah, I totally agree. So, thank you.
Thanks.